What is up, guys? Welcome, Crypto FUD. Let's jump right into this, guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic midweek. It's hump day. It is Wednesday, guys. Disclaimer before we even start off. Today is going to be a little bit out of the normal. We are going to have a relatively quick stream today. If you guys are aware, I do live in Florida, and we are in the middle of preparing because we do have a hurricane heading our way for right now. But don't worry, I'm not in the exact path of the hurricane. We're just expected to get some strong winds, probably power outages and stuff like that around the area, and some serious flooding. So just typical Florida weather. So we'll be fine, but just wanted to give you guys a disclaimer. So I do have to finish off preparing and stuff like that because it is going to be basically at our doorsteps by tonight. So with that being said, guys, welcome. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Make sure you guys slap that like. If I don't get enough likes, I'm just going to go run into that. I'm going to run into that freaking hurricane, and it's over with, right? I'm selling all my crypto, and I'm out. I'm just kidding. I'll never do that. All right, so let's get into this. So welcome, guys. Troy, NFK to the moon. You are first. What's going on, brother? Flips in the house. Red Rum already coming in saying, hello, MILADY. Texan, with the same question that I seem to always get when someone pops back in here. Texan says, this whole entire time, I imagine white dude speaking. What's good, my guy? Oh, yeah. I guess I got to start talking like, yo, what's up, man? Hey. What's up, bro? Just kidding. What's going on, Texan? Twan's in the house. I appreciate it, bro. Regardless, stay safe. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate you, Ricky. What's going on? Gina, Flip. We'll be good, guys. Don't worry. Like I said, I'm going to be here, rain or shine. I don't care if this damn hurricane hits and it's bad. I'm popping. Actually, I was going to say I'll turn on the generator, but we won't have internet. Last time we got a bad storm, we were out for like 3 days, at least like 3 or 4 days. And for the internet, everything pretty much. So, but we'll be all right. Let's jump right into this, guys. I already see some requests on some certain projects. So first things first, hit that like. Let's do this real quick. So Bitcoin, remember yesterday we were talking about Bitcoin, obviously talking about a big spot that we need to break above, right? And you guys can see that was that 200-day moving average on the daily. Bitcoin did break above, but we did not find support as of now, right? But something that I missed yesterday, because I keep popping back and forth from two different Bitcoin charts. So this is our chart for our daily, right? I try to keep this chart simplified, not too many lines or anything like that. You guys can see this is going to be our 200-day right here. We did break above, but we are below as of now. But we are right under that 200-day moving average. So still very bullish. 200-day moving average, if you're wondering, for the daily is right at the 63,900. So we're at 63,500. We're not far from it, right? We're kind of hanging around. A couple things that I want to point out for tomorrow. Something big going on. But going back to the chart. So we haven't been able to find support above the 200-day moving average. But you guys can see we actually have been finding some support at a very key level at the 63,300, about 63,400 area. You guys can see we were kind of running up on this run, and you can see we were hitting our head. Finally, we did break above in the last few days, and we actually have been finding some support. So, yes, we have not broke above the 200-day moving average, which is basically right here on this chart as well, right? But we are right below it, and we have found some support right below that 200-day, which is beautiful. So right now, Bitcoin is trading between a very fine price range right now. A lot of times when this happens, it'll do this maybe for a few days, maybe a week tops, and then you'll usually see some kind of a move, a big move. Hopefully, we're talking about a move towards the upside, right? Now, yesterday, you guys remember I did point out tomorrow, which is the 26th, Jerome Powell, as of right here, I'm pretty sure this is correct, but he's going to be speaking tomorrow. On top of that, we have the GDP numbers coming out tomorrow. So if you're wondering why is the market kind of just sitting around in limp mode right now, not really moving around much. Alts are kind of down today, nothing too crazy, still holding pretty much a lot of their solid gains that we've seen in the last week. This is probably the main reason right here is that tomorrow Jerome Powell's going to be talking. Hopefully we can get this dovish Jerome Powell in regards to just him talking about, the future of reducing interest rates maybe for the next few times. We have 2 more meetings for this year. So that's what we want to see. And then GDP growth, obviously, we're forecast to come out at 3% growth. Previous was at 1.4. If we hit that 3% or higher, definitely going to be good, meaning the economy for the U.S. is steadily growing. So that right there will be a plus, but that's most likely, for the most part, the reason why we're not seeing a lot of movement with Bitcoin in the markets for today. So Gina said Tampa made the national news on weather today. Yeah, because it's like the major city that's kind of in the line of the big storm. We're getting pretty lucked out. We have not been hit with the direct storm. We don't want this storm, even though schools are shut down. Tomorrow everything will be shut down. It'll be like ghost town around. Everybody usually has like hurricane parties and stuff like that. But for all the people that are in North Florida, anybody that's watching, and I'm being all serious, ever been through a hurricane, or if you ever seen a hurricane, it is not a joke, especially something that's coming category 3, category 4. You're talking about complete devastation, changing of people's lives whatsoever, complete cities being, just rearranged, and it's bad. So we're going to get the brush of this hurricane. We are going to, like I said, we're going to get some pretty strong storms as far as sustained heavy winds at like 80 miles per hour that can break glass. Electricity goes out, all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, we'll wake up the next day and we'll be all right. We'll, clean up the trees that fall and stuff like that, maybe the flooding. But at the end of the day, we'll be all right. The people up in northern Florida, I feel bad. Even Georgia, Tennessee, anybody that's watching from there, you guys be safe out there, because believe it or not, you guys think the hurricanes are all in Florida and stuff like that, but it's actually going all the way up into Georgia, into Tennessee, which is blowing my mind. So, but I appreciate you guys and all the kind words. Let me see here. So I see someone's asking about spell token. We're going to look at that right now, but my boy Flip came through. Flip came through with the $20 super chat, and I appreciate that. He said, bro, you saved my ass. Update on RBT and Billy, please, and be safe. I appreciate that. So, Flip, me and you talked about this in the Discord earlier. Flip was talking to me. So, yesterday, if you guys remember, Flip was talking about these 2 projects. One is the RBT that kind of just dropped recently on Solana. Yesterday, when we were talking about this, it was sitting around here in this level, and I told him, I said, listen, bro, if it stays above the 236, you're going to be good, right? I wouldn't be too worried. But if it breaks below that 236, the next spot that I would say is the line in the sand will be the 382. And Flip, I don't know if you were able to get this on your chart, but if you can see, broke the 236, and then look at this, the 382 when me and you were talking earlier. It literally found that support, bounced, but you can see it hit its head at the 236, which is usually a sign that it's not ready to start, running up and making new all-time highs, right? So if you see a drop, breaks the 236, comes down to the 382, and then you see it kind of jump back up above the 236, right? A lot of numbers, I know, but breaking above the 236, that's usually a very bullish sign, kind of just letting you know that maybe we saw some kind of a small retracement, but we're still in this big bull run. We kind of see that we hit our head, came back, almost retested the same spot, and then we saw the break above the 236, right? But as of now, it has not been able to hold the 236 as support. So with that being said, I would be careful, Flip. I know you told me that you were probably going to FOMO back in because I know you sold off, right? You picked up that profit before the big drop. I would be cautious if you hadn't already bought back in, dude, just because this project looks like it has not found support above the 236. So all I can say, not financial advice, is if you have not bought in yet, right? In my opinion, not financial advice, this 382 or below would probably be a better spot to maybe jump in if you have the opportunity to. Do not go chasing this project, bro. So if you don't see any good spots to jump in, don't just jump in, because what's going to happen is this project's most likely going to retrace somewhat. And if you maybe have patience, you might be able to get in at a better spot down here, right? Now, that's the one scenario. You do have the other scenario where maybe it looks like it doesn't have that support at the 236, comes back, retests the 382 at around this 30 mark, and then you see another move towards the upside, making new all-time highs. That could happen, right? So I'm going to still stick with what we talked about yesterday. 236 needs to hold. Right now it is below. The 382 line in the sand, right? If it does break a little bit below briefly, nothing to be worried about. But if you start seeing that it's broke below and it's coming up and hitting its head on the 382, that is a sign that we are going to be coming down for this project, right? Whether it's going to be briefly or if the run's over for this project, that is to be determined, right? And I'm sitting here saying that this project just dropped. It's been out for 10 months. I forgot. So I guess it's just starting to get a nice big run in the last few days, last few weeks. So be careful out there, Flip, with this project. Like I said, 236, bullish, needs to stay above, find that support. 382 at the 30 mark is line in the sand, bro. That's the line in the sand where I'm pretty much saying, you know what, if this does break below and it starts to not find this as resistance, I probably would hold off on this project. If you're long-term bullish, if you can hold on, you know, in that scenario where it's going to hit its head on the 382, you might be able to jump in at some lower prices. Remember what I said yesterday, the 618 is a big spot for some support, somewhere around this 0.5 or the 618 area, somewhere around the 24, 25 area or below. So, and then let's jump back on Billy too, because I know you said Billy. And then remember yesterday we were talking about Billy, and I was saying that, you know what, Billy looks like it is it's setting up for a nice run, right? We saw the support at the support level at the 15 level, right? Finally broke above, and you saw it finally find some support at a resistance level, right? Because remember, we had this as support, but it was all this line right here at the 36 was resistance. You can see multiple times it would come up and hit its head, and then as of yesterday, what I pointed out was like, look, this thing actually has flipped this resistance into some support. I would, you know, remember yesterday you were thinking about maybe jumping out, and I was like, not financial advice. I was like, you know what, Billy is strong. The volume, like for today, remember yesterday I was talking about Billy was at what, $4 million in volume. Look at it today, $10.4 million, right? So I was saying this is a strong project that's still running. It's still very relevant, and like I keep telling you, I wouldn't be surprised long term if this project gets listed on some big central exchanges. $56 million market cap, $3 million in liquidity, $10 million in volume just through Radium, right? This is the big deal right here as far as a project. Pulling it up on the on Coin Market Cap, you can see, look at this, Flip, $38 freaking million for volume. Now I know you're like, bro, 38 million, that's not much. This is a lot for this project because majority of the money's coming in through Solana swaps, right? It is on some central exchanges, but nothing too crazy. You have MEXC, which is a decent size. You have Gate.io, right? But it's not like you're talking about like Binance or Crypto.com or anything, or KuCoin or anything like that. So, I mean, for the fact that it's on a limited amount of central exchanges, mostly through swaps, and you're looking at pretty much almost a $40 million volume day, that's a big move for this project. And like I keep saying, you know, whether it runs up and it comes back down to test this level back here, I think long term, if this can keep up this kind of momentum, I think this project potentially could be getting added on to some central exchanges. And me personally, because of Flip, I'm going to shout out Flip. I might actually be looking into jumping in on this project if we jump back down to some of these levels right here for a long-term play, because you never know. This could be your next dog with hat. This could be your next bunk, you know, your next Myro, something like that. These projects that started off kind of just like Billy, looking just like Billy, right? Holding some good volume daily, and they weren't even added to the central exchanges. Now they're all added to central exchanges, and majority of them are all freaking, you know, Bunk and Dog with Hat have exceeded $1 billion. I don't know if Bunk is $1 billion right now. Dog with Hat is, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? This could have some longevity and potential to do some big things down the road. So as far as that Flip, like I said, we do see somewhat of a retracement since it's run up at the 6.7 cents. Right now it is about 5.7 cents. So what I can say is, let me see here. We might, yeah. So we do have a support level right here at this 5.7 area. And I'm just going off of not where we're at right now, even though we are finding some support. look where we've bounced. You see where we found some support here. We actually, this was a spot for some resistance, right? Obviously, it can flip over to support. And then look where we're at right now. It's exactly at that spot that we just marked, trying to find some support. So right now, this is a good spot. If it can hold that support, we might see a continuation on a run up. If it doesn't, you might see maybe a comeback down to a retest, maybe at the 786, which is right here at the 5 cent mark, or coming back down. I don't think it's going to, but it could come back down towards around this 3.7 or 4 cent mark, which would be a good spot in my opinion, which I might end up doing, is accumulating around that area, around the 3 cent mark, higher threes around the 3.7 area, 3.7 to be exact as far as support. So, and Flip, you know you can hit me up in the Discord, brother. You know I got you. So thank you so much for the $20 super chat and the support for the channel. I do appreciate you, Flip, more than you can even know, man. Troy said NFK is looking good. Everyone needs some, and it's on sale. Might be the last time to get it cheap. I agree with you, bro. Let me pull up Spell Token real quick because I don't know if Bala is still in the house, but if he is, he's patiently waiting. So let's pull that up real quick. I feel like I'm rushing around, guys. I have to make sure I go get everything ready. Got a freaking storm coming. So Spell, we haven't pulled up Spell Token in a while, but you guys can see that the bottom of our fib is a big spot for some support, somewhere around that 46 level. You can see since the last kind of drops, we did find support, broke below slightly, but you can see we have bounced off of that level already a couple times, and we are starting to move towards the upside for Spell. So what I can say for Spell is, you know, this project did fairly well during the last bull run in 2021. I don't really hear too many people screaming Spell Token as of now. Market cap is relatively low, so potentially this could see some good moves, and you know, in the thick of this this bull run that we think we have, you know, because we're in a bull market, but we think we have one more big run ahead of us, right? So a project like Spell might end up doing fairly well just because the market cap is so low. And Spell is actually trading, I know it's on a lot of major exchanges, right? Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, right? Mexi, Gate.io, BitBuy or Bybit. You have all these major exchanges holding on to Spell, so you have a lot of exposure. And look at this W pattern that's also playing out, or that's painted on the chart right here. So looks like this project's a go. Next spot for some major resistance, what I would say is around the 75 area. The 75 area is going to be a big spot for some resistance as far as whenever you're on your way up. You break that 75, and then next spot, 618 is probably going to be your next spot at around the 10 area. Breaking a 0, pretty much dropping a 0 and coming to the 10. So, but if you'd like, bro, make sure you hit that subscribe, which I already know you are if you're chatting. And we definitely can keep bringing this project up as it moves towards the upside. So let me know, bro. Flip, again, thank you so much for the super chat, bro. I appreciate that. Michael, what's going on, man? He said Moodang is still pumping. Is it really, though, bro? Is it really, bro? It has been staying pretty relevant. I will say, look at that. It has been staying relevant, bro. I've been kind of following the project, and I'm like, dude, it's been really, it's still trending number 2 on Solana, so not looking terrible. Market cap $100 million. That's awesome. Almost $2 million in liquidity, almost $30 million in volume. So I mean, definitely very, very relevant right now. You can see for right now, look at this. It's testing the 236 right now. So just like I told Flip, and just like I'll tell any one of you guys with these projects, as they are making local highs or new highs, right? We have the fib retracement. If it can hold this 236 level at around the 9.8 cents, definitely very bullish. You'll probably continue to see this run towards the upside. Line in the sand, the 382 right here, right? You can see that it's already bounced off this 382 previously before making all-time highs, right? So if it does break the 236, the 382 is a line in the sand as far as it staying bullish and continuing to make new highs. If it does break this 382, which is around this 8 cent mark, I'm not saying that it's all over with, but you might start seeing a little bit more of a bigger retracement down towards that 618 area where it looks like it was consolidating for a little while. So, but the project definitely is bullish, definitely been very relevant in the Solana world as of right now. Definitely on deck screener number 2 right now, and especially with that $30 million in volume. So not looking bad at all. Flip said you haven't bought back in yet. Oh, good, bro. Yeah, like I said, and we'll go right back to it. We're talking about RBT, I think it is, right? RBT. I mean, like I said, bro. So like right now, you can see it is technically holding the 382. I'm sorry, the 236 for right now. So I mean, it is looking good for right now. I would just be cautious, bro. You made your money off of it. You know, I don't want to. I'm not, obviously not giving you financial advice. I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction. But like right here, where you're at right now, is kind of that. You know, it's like, do you get back in, or do you kind of wait to see what's going to happen here and hope for some kind of a drop, right? So I mean, me personally, if it was me and I was in the same scenario that you did, as far as you ran it up, made some money, now you're kind of sitting on the sidelines, I would probably just wait, not get greedy, right? If it plays out the way you want it, you can jump in at a good spot, you know, and hopefully hope for the best and hope for a nice bounce somewhere around this 3-cent mark is what I would do if it was me personally. Ricky said, I guess someone didn't like my long shot coin. The message disappeared. No one can delete your messages, bro, other than, no one can. No one can delete your message, bro. So I don't know. I don't have any mods as of right now. I've been modding the chat and running the channel at all at once. But I will be getting some mods here soon. Ricky, so yeah, I don't throw your suggestion back on here. Flip said, used car on Solana, my sleeper long shots. My used car is an old school, right? That's been out for a little while. Cap said, bro, new subscriber, can I get your price prediction on Hamster Combat, please? You know, it's funny. Cap. You bring that up, and you know, I have an article that I want to go over, Hamster Combat. So let me ask you guys this, right? I know they were in the process of dropping their project. Did they drop it already? Is that why everybody's been flipping out? Because I haven't even read that article. So when we read it, it's all going to be new to me as well. But I will tell you. Let's see here. Holy shit. Look at this. Holy crap. $118 million market cap. Look at that. I mean, not market cap, liquidity. $118 million in liquidity. Almost $1 billion in the market cap. That's freaking insane. That is insane. So, let's see here. So, Cap was asking about a price prediction for Hamster. Let's pull this all up here and gather everything because they finally dropped it. I want to say, well, this isn't it. When Hamster dropped on Telegram, like the game, what am I not doing here? We pulled up an article before anybody even freaking knew about that damn game. And then like a week later, I saw it was going absolutely crazy. So they haven't dropped anything on CoinMarketCap yet. They haven't dropped anything on CoinMarketCap yet as far as like official like market cap or anything like that. So what I'm going to tell you, Cap, what I'm going to tell you, bro, is listen, this project is fairly new, right? Why 3 months? Am I tripping here? Am I freaking tripping? I guess I'm like behind the times right now. Because I could have sworn that they hadn't dropped the project yet. Nobody in the freaking chat was talking about this. Oh, no. It's old. I'm not the only mod in the Discord. Gina's is a mod as well. And we have BP, but BP hasn't really been too active. But I'm not the only mod. So looking at this project, I feel like I'm like lost with this. I could have sworn that this didn't drop yet, but I guess it's telling me that it's been out for 3 months. So with that being said, with this weird looking chart right here, you guys can see that it's made all-time highs at around this 1-0, right? I mean, this chart looks so freaking odd, honestly. This thing looks odd. Is this like the correct hamster? You know what? Let's see if we can pull it up on TradingView. Yeah, like what's going on? Oh, don't even start that, bro. Yeah, don't even start that, bro. We're not falling for it this time. Hey, can somebody help me out here real quick? What is going on? Did hamster just drop? Is this because this chart right here says on TradingView that it just came out literally yesterday, right? But when I go to the deck screener and I look up hamster combat, it says it's been out for freaking like 3 months. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Cap, if you're still here, bro, just give me a second. We'll check it out. So, hamster combat backlash. Why users are boycotting one of the most hyped crypto games. So, hamster combat has finally allocated hamster to users a few days ago before the official airdrop. But token allocation details have left many players upset. Whether you are one of million of the avid players of the Telegram-based tap-to-earn game Hamster Combat, or you've managed to ignore it entirely, that's me, the hype around the game since its launch this spring is very real. Some of the news around the game has been focused on shifting information around the much-anticipated launch of the game's native token, Hamster. All right, so this is it right here, right? This is Hamster. I'm just like, this isn't it, bro. There's so many fakes. I hate when it's like this. So let's see, and its prediction price. Now as the game ends its first season since launch in March, the team behind it's receiving attention for a very different reason. Players are calling out the team and accusing them of unfair treatment and false promises. We took a look at what happened and what to expect in the coming days leading up to the token's launch later this week. As of this weekend, as part of the game's promised reward system, gamers' accumulated resources have been converted into allocated hamster tokens, which are supposed to be sent to them as actual tokens at launch. In an X post, the team behind the game revealed most information about the token supply and allocation. The team stated that out of the set supply of 100 billion hamster tokens to be minted, 75% were reserved for the community. After the end of the first season, meaning now, 60% of the amount will be available for the game's users. All right. Bro. Cap, let me know what's going on, bro. I'm lost here, dude. I'm lost here. So I'm just going to go by this trading view because this looks like this is the actual token, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I think this is it. No, bro. It's like I'm so confused. There's like 5 million different freaking hamster projects right now. Regardless, I will say, let me see here. 3 months. This is the same one. 3 months. So I'm guessing from the article, I'm guessing that the project went live as of now and they did a big airdrop, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, dude. I really have to do a little bit more research. I have not been following this hamster stuff. But what I will say is, without even looking at any charts, from reading the articles, if they're doing any kind of, airdrops or reward systems to their users, and if users have been accumulating this token, there's going to be a big sell pressure. When it first launches, or if it already has launched and this is the project right here, that would basically make sense of big sell pressure towards the beginning of whatever's going on, right? Because you have a lot of people that have been accumulating, most likely playing this game, that have been basically just stacking up on this token. So with that being said, what I always tell everybody on the channel, obviously not financial advice, but I'm always saying, for anybody that's going through any kind of pre-sales or any kind of projects that are about to drop that are having big airdrops, I usually tell people, if you didn't get in on the pre-sale at a fraction of the price that it's going to drop on, stay away from it for now. Let the project drop, and then if you're long-term or if you're bullish on the project, after about a week or two, usually the project will bottom out. It'll kind of consolidate sideways before it starts moving towards the upside. But initially, that first week or two, you're going to see a lot of sell pressure on any of these projects when there's a big pre-sale and or airdrops. So what's going on, Jay? But you know what? I'm glad that we went through that. I'm sorry I couldn't give you a little bit more info on that, bro. If you want, like I said, I'll look into it a little bit more, because I would like to kind of dive into that and see what's going on. But remember, guys, I'm not going to be here for too long, so I do want to cover the show real quick. A couple other things that I want to just announce, or not announce, but go through. But you guys can see PayPal. This is kind of a big news that's been kind of, me personally haven't seen a lot of it today. But PayPal is set to allow U.S. merchants to purchase and hold and sell cryptocurrencies directly through their PayPal business accounts. So now PayPal, which isn't a bank, right? But you can almost essentially look at it as like a digital bank. PayPal now, which does a lot of business with businesses, right? Whenever, you make transactions or you buy, from certain businesses that are online, they always give you that option to where you can buy through PayPal. This is a big deal right here. Now PayPal is allowing businesses to actually hold freaking crypto like Bitcoin, and I'm sure there's going to be a select few of cryptocurrencies. I hate saying cryptocurrencies, but cryptos on their PayPal accounts through their business accounts, right? So this right here, not going to be a market mover like, oh my God, Bitcoin's going to just run to 100K over this. But this right here is a big deal, because this just encourages, maybe $1 million businesses, right, to just hold on to Bitcoin or start taking Bitcoin as transactions. If you guys notice, some companies, right, it's getting more as we move on, are starting to accept Bitcoin or Ethereum and Solana, believe it or not. I've made some purchases in the recent months, and I would look down and I'm like, holy crap, you can buy through Solana and stuff like that. I did have an issue. This one company, I bought something, and they had me basically, it was like a legit company. They had me, send it was like $100 purchase, so I had to send a fraction of a Solana over to their wallet, and then send them a screenshot and verify that I sent it over. And it was like, I sent it over, and they were basically like, oh, that wasn't you. And I'm like, what? And I'm like showing them everything that it transferred from my wallet over, and it was like a freaking 30-minute ordeal texting back and forth with the business owner. And after that, I was like, they ended up sending me my product, but I was like, you know what? Next time I'll just freaking use my damn debit card or something like that. That's a little bit more easier until these people can kind of get a little bit better, because it felt like the people that I was dealing with, they didn't understand how to use DeFi wallets and how to actually go on SolScan and verify, the transactions and stuff like that. So it was like I was having to do the work for them to verify that I actually was the person that just purchased whatever product I bought. So it was, awesome to do, right? I was able to use my Phantom wallet and just go ahead and send it right through there. But at the same time, it was a little bit of a pain. But I think as we move further, and innovate into this realm that we're in called crypto, all this stuff will get easier. And a lot of these business owners that are starting to dabble with crypto will be a little bit more user-friendly in regards to a little bit more knowledgeable how to use DeFi and stuff like that. Because like I've always told you guys, DeFi, I'm telling you, DeFi is the future. The government's going to start regulating and really being able to, keep an eye on DeFi, because right now they don't really can't really look into DeFi much is what I'm getting, right? They can only watch what you're doing on and in and on ramps as far as like your central exchanges, right? So when you're doing your DeFi stuff, they really don't know what's going on. But right when you send it over to your Coinbase, right, and cash out, well, they can see, all right, this guy just cashed out 100K. You know, they don't know where it came from, but they can see that on and off ramp kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But on DeFi, it's like in the shadow realm right now, where they can't really, you know, keep an eye on what's going on through DeFi. So Ricky said you can link your MetaMask to PayPal. Hell yeah. Yeah, so PayPal, just to clarify, so PayPal, you can actually, you can buy Bitcoin on PayPal, but the difference is with this is now actual businesses can actually hold their crypto that they're using for purchases on PayPal. Before, you would have to be just a small fry like you and myself. I don't know if Ricky's not really a small fry. We all know my boy's got big bags over there, but you know, for you and I, we can buy and, you know, trade, you know, certain cryptos on PayPal. But businesses, you know, just like a bank, they wouldn't allow any big businesses or big business accounts to do any of that stuff. Now they're allowing business accounts to actually buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrencies, really promoting them from what it sounds like holding on to crypto on their PayPal account. So that is a very big move right there. Moving over to the crypto bubbles, you guys can see nothing too crazy as far as what we're seeing in the markets today. Like I said, tomorrow, remember, we talked about this at the beginning of the stream. Fed Chair Jerome Powell is going to be speaking tomorrow. So obviously the markets right now, we're not seeing much of a big sell-off particularly, but we are seeing a little bit of volatility for today, and we're kind of trading in that tight range. As well as tomorrow, GDP growth rate, the numbers are going to be dropping tomorrow as well. So we will be covering that on tomorrow's stream if I have power, right? I am anticipating that we might end up losing power, and that's why I'm not streaming for tomorrow. You guys can see WorldCoin is up 15%, and looks like WorldCoin expands World ID verifications to Guatemala, Malaysia, and Poland. Now, I'm not real big on WorldCoin. I know there's like 100 like, you know, dev or whatever, like developers that came in and kind of created this project, and they're looking for some kind of a world use coin, right? Which I think is you know, it's catchy, right? But you can see they are actually really starting to start moving towards that direction as far as like just expanding to a lot of these countries. And some of these countries like Guatemala, maybe they're not so pro crypto, you know what I'm saying? As far as that, like, you know, maybe the people aren't, you know, into crypto as much. Malaysia, I would say possibly. Asian markets, they freaking love crypto. And Poland and England, I'm sure that has a big, you know, population as far as, you know, people that are at least knowledgeable with Bitcoin and crypto. So I thought this was pretty cool for WorldCoin, and that obviously is the reason why WorldCoin is a bigger mover today. And then we also have a couple other big some projects that are not going crazy, but, you know, up 5%. Hex is trying to rebound from a big, not a big dip, but a slight dip from yesterday. And Notcoin, obviously, tons bigger, or not biggest, I think, meme coin. So, yes, sir. So with that being said, guys, I would hate to end the stream right now, but I have to go. Right, I have to go. Like I said, I do live in Florida, and we are preparing for a storm. So with that being said, guys, remember, anything that you guys get out of this, tomorrow we have Jerome Powell speaking, right? He's going to be speaking tomorrow. It's going to be his word, his language. Hopefully he comes out and he's speaking, you know, pretty dovish in regards to just talking about more deductions and interest rates in the coming months. That'll be a plus for the markets. Expect a little bit of volatility coming up into the meeting, maybe tonight, tomorrow. If you're wondering what the hell is going on, it's most likely because of that. And then also GDP numbers are dropping tomorrow. That's going to be another thing. You know, that's going to probably be in the morning if I'm not mistaken. Let's look and see. Yeah, GDP is going to be dropping in the morning. So maybe if I'm able to, we can do a morning stream tomorrow. I definitely will let you guys know. But in order for you guys to find out you need to be subscribed. So make sure you guys you're subscribed. Make sure you guys hit that bell. Normally we're here for a lot longer. Unfortunately, I do have to prepare for the storm that's coming in, and I have to go pick up my daughter and get some things in the line. So with that being said, guys, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Flip, for the super chat. All the new subscribers, I do appreciate you guys. You guys be safe out there. I will be safe. Hopefully I'll be here tomorrow. If I'm not for whatever reason and you're like, where the hell's Crip at? My power's out.